Okay.
On the afternoon of Wednesday, June 25th, 2025, the skies over Edmonton, Alberta, underwent a dramatic transformation. What began as a peaceful summer day turned into a violent display of nature's power as a severe thunderstorm swept through the region, bringing with it heavy rain, damaging hail, and powerful winds that left the city stunned.
Hala, ma-update ko karon. As of the moment, alas 4.
The morning started off deceptively calm. Temperatures hovered around 22 degrees Celsius, 72 degrees Fahrenheit, with a light breeze and occasional sunshine. But meteorologists had been monitoring the situation closely. A low-pressure system moving in from the Pacific was forecast to collide with a warm, humid air mass over central Alberta, setting the stage for severe weather. By midday, Environment Canada issued severe thunderstorm warnings for Edmonton and surrounding communities, including St. Albert and Sherwood Park. The alerts warned of nickel-sized hail, wind gusts exceeding 90 kilometers per hour, and torrential rainfall capable of causing flash flooding. Shortly after 2 p.m., the first visible signs of the storm began to appear. Dark cumulonimbus clouds rolled in from the west, casting an eerie shadow across the city. Thunder echoed in the distance, growing louder with each passing minute. Then suddenly, the skies opened up. Rain began to pour in heavy sheets, reducing visibility to just a few meters within minutes. Storm drains were overwhelmed almost instantly, and several low-lying areas began to flood. Not long after, hailstones the size of nickels started hammering down, striking rooftops, cars, and gardens with relentless force. The sound of hail hitting metal echoed across neighborhoods, creating a chilling soundtrack to the unfolding chaos. Flashes of lightning streaked across the sky, illuminating the storm clouds in ghostly bursts. Thunder clapped almost simultaneously, signaling that the storm cell was directly overhead. Power began to flicker in multiple areas, and brief outages were reported as lightning struck power lines and transformers. In downtown Edmonton, traffic came to a complete halt. Drivers pulled over to wait out the storm, and public transit was severely impacted. Several bus routes were temporarily suspended due to flooding and debris on the roads. In residential neighborhoods, the damage was widespread. Skylights shattered, vehicles were dented, and carefully tended gardens were destroyed. Homeowners scrambled to bring in patio furniture and protect their windows, while emergency services responded to dozens of calls, ranging from flooded basements to downed power lines and minor car accidents. Thankfully, no serious injuries were reported. Meteorologists later explained that this storm was part of a broader pattern of unstable weather affecting the western prairies. The atmospheric conditions, high instability, abundant moisture, and strong wind shear, were perfect for supercell thunderstorms, which are capable of producing large hail, damaging winds, and even tornadoes.
মানে এটাকে শিলাবৃষ্টি বলবেন না বরফ বৃষ্টি বলবেন বলা মুশকিল। গোটা চারিদিক দেখুন সাদা হয়ে যাচ্ছে, অথচ জুন মাসের 13-14 তারিখ। মানে এখানে যেন বরফ সারা বছরের যখন হোক আকাশ থেকে ধরে।
Indeed, tornado watches were issued for parts of east central Alberta on the same day, though no confirmed tornadoes touched down in or near Edmonton. The storm that struck Edmonton was one of several cells that developed along a frontal boundary stretching from the Rocky Mountain foothills to the Saskatchewan border. By early evening, the storm had moved eastward, leaving behind flooded streets, damaged infrastructure, and a community shaken by the sudden violence of the weather. As the skies cleared, a surreal sunset painted the horizon with deep oranges and reds, a haunting contrast to the chaos just hours earlier. City crews were quickly dispatched to clear debris and assess damage, while insurance companies braced for a surge in claims related to hail and water damage. The storm may have passed, but the week's volatile weather was far from over. Environment Canada warned of additional severe storms expected to sweep across Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba in the coming days. Wind gusts up to 100 kilometers per hour, hail between 2 and 4 centimeters, and the potential for rotating storms remained a serious concern, particularly in southern Saskatchewan. By Friday, forecasters expected to see the highest levels of thunderstorm energy so far that week. The potential for rapid storm development would be greatest over southern Manitoba and southeastern Saskatchewan, especially along the Canada-US border. These storms could produce hail as large as baseballs, driven by updrafts reaching 200 kilometers per hour or more. As the storm system continues its eastward march, Friday's forecast calls for another round of severe weather. Stretching from Estevan to Brandon, residents in these regions are being urged to stay alert and prepared. After a chilly start to the week, temperatures are expected to return to seasonal norms by the weekend, with above-average warmth predicted for early July. While some parts of Western Canada may see brief periods of dry weather, Alberta is likely to face renewed storm activity by the latter half of next.